What's an unusual body feature of yours? I have a bifurcated uvula. That teardrop thing in the back of your throat? Mine is shaped like a butt. Or a little nutsack. Throat scrot. Ever since my brain surgery to remove a tumor I can't feel any temperature. Sounds like they forgot to plug something back in. I have 2 different ears. One is wide enough for earbuds, the other isn't. My twin brother has the mismatch on the opposite side. Sounds like you guys traded an ear in the womb. One of my ribs is not connected to my spine. Hey guys, I found Adam's Reddit account. Is that what they call a true floating rib? I believe it's called a spare rib. I developed arthritis at 16 years old. Also I have a massive ass for a dude. Double cheeked up. God taketh and God giveth. If he can't clap with his hands, God lets him clap with his cheeks. Arthritis? Chronic. This ass? Iconic. Much like people can suck in air to burp when they want, I can do that from the other hole and fart when I want. I knew a guy who could do that, and he used it to suck up pool water and shoot it at people when he was really drunk at parties. Equally horrifying and hilarious to a bunch of wasted teenagers. This has just reminded me of a bloke at work who was nearly 30 casually asking one lunchtime, how do you stop the 2 holes peeing in different directions? As best as we understand his pee hole starting healing up from the middle, so it became 2 pee holes. After we explained that no one else has 2 holes, he went to the doctor and they cut the joining piece away. He went to work somewhere else shortly afterwards, but last we heard he had to stick a rod up the hole to ensure it doesn't heal up again. Doctor mandated sounding. For 29 years I had an abnormally fibrous septate hymen. Basically a vertical band of flesh dividing the opening to my vagina in half and restricting access, and my idiot family doctor declared me normal after every pelvic exam. I struggled with intimacy my entire adulthood and just thought that's the way sex is supposed to feel and that I just don't get to enjoy it. Finally went to an obgyn. Lesson learned: go to an actual gynecologist if you can. After my partner of 2 years observed what looked like a double vagina in June. They figured it out before I did. I had always felt there was something wrong with me and avoided that area of my body out of anxiety and shame. Basically my first time when I was 19. One of the holes got all stretched out. Painfully. And that's been the main hole ever since. I finally had it removed 2 weeks ago. 4 more weeks to go before I'm allowed to have sex. I can't wait. My belly button is significantly off-center. I have 4 nipples. Are they like or? I have a body mole in my eye, like inside of it and near the pupil edit. For everyone that wants to see a picture of it, links. Sorry it's not imager and a bit blurry, but it is there. Me too apparently. Eye doctor said to keep an eye on it. Lol, but I'm like, how? Edit. Unlike the previous poster, mine is literally inside of my eyeball. Like inside and can only be seen with special equipment. So please stop suggesting mirrors. Haha update. 60+ notifications so far of people repeating the same joke from my comment back to me. Your joke but worse. I was born without a testicle. A fake. I only ever had one. Edit. Never expected that 6,000 people would care about my nut. The testicle stealers got you early. Damn. I have ultra-low heart rate. It was in the 50s anyway, but with some endurance training it's in the 30s now. I've been multiple tested by cardios, 24H Holter. All good, no pauses or irregularities. I am good to go. When I am in good shape I am at 35 to 36 BPM while awake, and down to 30 during sleep. Maybe if I get in a good shape again, I'll ask for a new Holter to see if I break 30 BPM during sleep and touch 29 or so. Edit. Woo. I didn't expect so many upvotes. This is my Reddit record so far. Some more info. I don't take any meds that affect my hour. I have a very mild hypertension that is controlled with ARBs. Not beta blockers. This is the only med I'm taking. This hasn't affected my HR in any way. My HR was already ultra low before starting the meds. In fact, now in the summer, I'm completely stopped the meds because BP drops naturally. I don't have any other health condition, apart from orthopedic injuries. I'm 41M and as far as I can remember my HR is as described. I am mainly a runner but I also swim as secondary or recovery. I do some strength training now and then. I'm not super good runner, just a 40.00 at 10K, but with very little training and I'm always battling with orthopedic injuries. My max HR is around 175. I always use a HR strap when running. It measures electric signals. I don't trust the wrist optical HR monitors, they are not very accurate. Needless to say I have never ever taken any other substance drugs, steroids, hormones, etc. I have a small patch of perfectly white hair just above my cooch. On one of the rare occasions when I let it run wild and free, a partner described my downstairs as looking like a badger doing a handstand. 2 uteruses and 2 cervixes, aka uterus didelphys. Saw me and doctors didn't know until my first C-section. I have 2 kids and one came from the right and the other came from the left. I call it the duplex. My eyes are symmetrical to the thousandth of an inch. My optometrist said it was rare. Everyone varies a little bit. Edit per multiple requests. Link. While it's tough to get perfect head rotation towards the camera, I hope being off a pixel or 2 is good enough. I am an extreme case of a grower. My ex. Where did it go? I can move my eyelashes left to right. Edit. And now my top Reddit comment is about my eyelashes. Here's the vid link. I have to wear socks at all times, otherwise my feet start sweating, which makes my hands sweat for some reason. Having sweaty feet is annoying, but sweaty hands are the worst. At some point I gotta sneeze when I'm very hungry. I have Arnold's cough reflex. Anytime I stick a Q-tip in my left ear it triggers my gag reflex. Supposedly it only affects 2% of people. Edit. Maybe I shouldn't have used the term gag reflex as I've never thrown up from it. Rather a very aggressive cough like I'm trying to hack something up uncontrollably. Sorry for any confusion. My fiancé always thinks it sounds like I'm throwing up, that's why I went straight to gag reflex. I thought this was normal. My sternum is concaved, so there's essentially a divot right between my breasts. I'm a guy. Edit. Sure have learned quite a bit from this thread. I get asked my name a lot. It is Ian from Nebraska. Apparently it has an actual medical term, pectus excavatum, which is most definitely not a spell out of Harry Potter and way more common than I realized. It even has its own subreddit, r. pectus excavatum. There's an opposite condition where the chest convexes outwards, pectus carinatum. If the two hug, they fuse into one superbeing. There are surgeries to repair them but hurt like hell and have a long recovery time. Only recommended if it is a problem in your daily life. Common uses include cereal bowl, not that one have done it, cell phone holder, candy dish, cuddle spot. When I was on the swim team in high school, there was a kid with a sternum like yours and another kid whose was protruding. We made them hug. It was magical and unlocked Narnia.